What about your father? Would he care if your mother was out there with the sheer nipples out and ass out? Would he care?
Right.
So if mommy was outside and she had on like a sheer top or like a sheer dress, how would you feel about it? Would you feel like, do you feel like you have a say in what mommy should be wearing?
Well, it's two things. One, yes, I do have a say because you're not walking out anyway with me. And two,
thank you, Pops.
Shout out to Pops.
two, she would be really popular with the guys if she had an outfit like
I can only speak for myself. So
Should a man have a say so on what his woman wears outside?
No. Did he buy it? Is he sponsoring the clothes?
even if he bought it, I'm sorry. My man not telling me what I need, what I can and cannot wear. He never has, and he probably will never do that simply because, one,
He's a simp.
wearing nothing crazy.
no, even if I decided I wanted to, what's crazy to you?
You got a lot of shit exposed. Man.
Okay, what's a lot of shit exposed? Let's be specific
Ass out,
here.
nipples out.
Okay, so now
So you just walking outside naked, like
No,
They do.
no.
No, I like
They
you
do.
don't see it. Like,
I just went to
They
the party
do.
last night. They was all half naked.
y'all seen Sierra dress at the
and there was a problem with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
on-
wasn't
Her
a
husband
problem with
wasn't
that?
angry. Everybody else was mad.
For context, what they're talking about is what Sierra wore to the Oscars this past year. Any man or woman that supports wearing things like this out in the public, I mean, you're your own human. You can do whatever you want to do. However, can we all not agree that this is the garb of whore? If you walk into a whorehouse, the women that come out the back are all dressed like this. There used to be a clear time in our history where you can differentiate wife from whore. But a lot of these liberal women, what they want to do is to blur those lines so they can display their whoreness so that they'll get the love, the validation of the millions of likes or the money that is attributed or the money that is attached to their look. By the way, this is Savannah James, LeBron James's wife, at that very same Oscars. Way more elegant, way more respectable, way more representing of what a mother and a wife should look like. These modern ass women of today are less likely to understand the issues of dressing like a Sierra. If you walk around like that, you are more likely to encounter danger from weirdos. Full stop. And as a man, I cannot be held accountable for your safety if you are irresponsible with the way that you choose to dress.
Yeah,
So
everybody
I
else
had-
was up in flames and had think pieces, but
No,
her
no.
husband was perfectly fine.
I'm just saying for
probably helped her
me,
pick that dress.
for me and my woman, yeah, there's a problem with that.
I had a
She would not be wearing that.
situation recently where somebody who I met and was like getting to know had told me like they couldn't wait to dress me, like put me in clothes or just, when I go out with them.
Are you a dog?
Right. I'm Barbie or something.
Mm.
But he gave me an example of what it was that he wanted me to wear. And it was like a see-through like dress. And he wanted me to have
What?
my tits out, like out
Mhm.
with only like a
public
thong
or in the
under in
bedroom?
public
Oh,
Mhm.
to go out to dinner. Like when we're in Miami, he's like, oh, when you come to Miami, this. And I'm like, no, thank you. Like, I'm not.
That's because he wanted to walk around with you like a trophy.
So I know there's some weirdo guys out there that do enjoy weirdo, soft, fugazi, feminine ass shit like that. However, my guess is that she already demonstrates herself as a floozy up on Instagram, and he essentially wants a pimp relationship. But instead of getting paid from other Johns, he gets paid in the form of respect from the men to the left and the right of him, looking at the body of the woman that he has access to, which raises his status or his social credit. But it is rare for a man to identify a modest woman and then wants to dress them up as a thought. That is rare. So hence I sense deception.
That's different
But how is that a trophy?
because he's
I'm
showing
show-
you off.
but
no,
I'm
he's showing you off.
He's showing, but I'm showing my own skin. That's
Yeah,
not
but
happening.
that means
like,
he has. I don't feel like a man has respect for you if he does that.
absolutely.
Yes.
But I also feel like now showing your body, does he have a say in what you wear? That's him having a say in what I wear. If I'm not comfortable with that, no.
I hear
You're
you.
not going to have a say in what I wear
Understood.
regardless.
But
But
if
is
you
that
feel
is that your boyfriend though?
Right.
No.
Yeah,
Some
just talking.
dude.
No, we're not talking anymore. That shit is not
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
We
yeah.
talking about in a relationship.
Yeah, no,
Like,
but that's not happening.
We talking about in a relationship
yeah,
or marriage. Should your spouse have a say in what you go outside in?
You know, it'll never cease to amaze me the amount of women today that will give examples about a case or a situation and give examples about how men will react in certain situations when they don't understand that a man that is looking at you for ass is going to react differently to you than if he's looking at for you for a long-term relationship.
Absolutely not.
So let's say you wear something revealing. You
Mhm.
then go outside and then a man gropes you.
But you
Like
said revealing, like showing what? Again.
Let's not do that. I don't hate
Who
those.
are you calling?
First of all, we're gonna stop there because depending on what I wear does not depend on how a man acts. And
Cap.
that's just
Okay,
that's
let's
really
say you
it.
go outside and what you wearing now.
And the nigga
somebody
will
touch
probably
you.
They do it.
Who are
They
you
do it every
calling?
day.
Who are you calling?
My man is definitely or
So
I'm
why
calling
would
my
he
brother
not-
or my father.
Well, I mean, when
but
it happens, usually you
either
can't call
way,
nobody.
however I dress, if a man is that disrespectful, he gonna do it whether I have clothes on, whether I don't have
he
clothes
only
on.
doing it
If-
because
No,
you're
he's
looking like
that's
a
not
whore.
no, he's
That's
no,
why you do it.
no,
You look like a
no.
whore, so he gonna treat you like
So
a
wait,
whore.
so
Like,
now
that's
when
why-
you were out with your man, how were you dressed? When you were out with your man and a guy came
A
up behind you, how was you?
regular
How was you dressed?
A regular dress.
Okay.
Not even a see-through dress.
Okay,
Oh.
This much cleavage.
okay.
Okay.
So now,
How
does
short
that
was it?
fit?
I don't think that matters. I think
Clothing doesn't matter.
He should have a say on what you wear.
I'm gonna be for real. As a woman, I started getting catcalled. I was probably 12.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not even a developed.
Yep.
I'm a child.
I'm wearing
So
regular
when
ass
if
clothes.
we sit here and say, "Oh, it's what you're wearing," nah, men are men and men are disgusting.
he was
And I don't
using
want to
an
say all
example.
men, but men are very nasty. And so when we talk about, oh, well, you got groped because what you had on, nah. I could have been fucking covered up in a hijab.
You could have been a
and they
nun.
would have done it still.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Yeah.
understand that. You could be wear a turtleneck bodysuit. I understand that. Women.
You don't think so?
I think
This
it's,
is
it's
so ridiculous.
again, we couldn't talk about the exceptions,
Yeah.
but again, if you are dressing like a whore,
Wait,
you're
But 9
most likely
times out of
going to
10, a
get
woman
treated
is
like
dressed
That is
up,
Like,
fully
you know what I'm
clothed
saying?
outside,
Catcalling,
and a
everybody
man
get
comes.
catcalled.
what's dressing like a
Cool.
whore to you?
They said show
Dressing
me
You in a
cleavage,
yeah.
you know?
see-through with just a thong on, that's dressing like a whore.
Yeah.
That's how they
Yeah,
show what they got
So,
outside. What you mean?
so if a woman went outside like that, you automatically just assume
She's a whore.
she's a whore. She throwing
Yes.
pussy at everybody. This
Yes.
is what she likes to do.
So
Correct.
that gives you the
Yeah,
right
she's
then. So that
She's
gives
just
you the
not
right
going
then to touch
outside
on
like
people.
that because she likes her body. She wants
No.
to feel sexy or feel
It's
valid
giving,
in her
whore,
own
like,
self.
That's what it's giving, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm never say that it giving shit. But I understand the brother's point. And often, these same women, when they're in a relationship with yo ass, they walking around the crib in sweatpants with their hair all tied the hell up. But when they go outside, when it's prime time, all of a sudden then they want to be their most naked. And it's funny how that happens. But he nailed it. If you dress like a hoe, you will get treated like a hoe. And on the flip side, let's just take it from a male's perspective. If you walk around showing money, chains, watches, you are more likely to be accosted. You are more likely for someone to try to take that off of you. If you don't wear those things, you walk around unassuming, you are less likely. The risk of you driving around the hood in that expensive car may not be worth the reward of validation if someone wants to take it up off of you. Let's go.
I don't know when we got to this day of
wow.
age where women want to be half naked all the time and want to be like, oh, I'm
Women have
sexually
always
liberated.
been half naked.
Cap.
But since when?
Women have always been half naked.
Since
Have,
when?
have y'all seen the pictures of y'all moms and aunts from back in the day?
Definitely.
No,
was
maybe your
Whoa.
mama.
Maybe
My
your
mama.
mama.
My mama was
Have
in
y'all
class.
seen
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
your mama.
She
I
kept
don't
her
see-
clothes on, not her ass out.
I don't know. Why
Wait,
y'all
I don't
lying
want
to mamas
I don't
like
want to
that?
bring it back to this
Like,
time, but like, what
Yes.
about like in like in Africa, the women's they would walk around with no
There's
shirts,
tribes of women
No-
who walk
no
around with
shirts.
their titties out.
literally, and just something covering the bottom.
They
of them.
whores?
You talking about? Come on, we talking
No,
about?
no, no. We talking about women.
We talking about men
I
and
ain't
women.
talking about Africa.
We talking
We
about men and
talking
women.
about
The
women.
men is
The
butt
men
naked
naked
too.
too,
Like, what
yeah.
the fuck? Like,
That's
The
their
men
culture.
got their chest out and they're still covering.
And
whatever
No,
they
some
down
men
there.
they ding out. They ding out.
Like,
What
they
are you
both-
saying?
So then
And
y'all going by the American
and the only
standards.
So we
difference
can talk
is
about
that
men-
we are
yeah, we talk about men.
hypersexualized. So if I decided I like this mesh dress and it looked good on me and I looked bad as shit and then I walked outside, I'm looking good as shit for me. And if a nigga thought I looked nice, that's cool.
I just
But
want to
don't
hear.
touch me.
I just want to hear from y'all like 20 years or 10 years from now, and if y'all have a relationship, I guarantee most men will want to have a say because I'm willing to hear. If my woman don't want me to wear something, I'm willing to compromise.
Yeah,
Hey, babe,
have a discussion.
What you don't like,
But what was
And
But
why-
at what point, case and scenario, is a woman really gonna tell her man
Right.
that she
babe, I don't
want-
like that hat. I don't like that shirt. I heard it before.
different.
But I don't like that.
I don't
Hey,
like
you probably
that
don't go with the
ass out.
outfit. She probably doing you a favor.
Right.
No,
She
no.
probably looking
And
at
I'm
telling
doing
you.
you a favor.
She
I don't want my
telling
woman
you
looking
that
like
she
a
don't like the
whore.
hat or the shirt because she feel like you're gonna get groped or you feel like you look like a whore.
Like,
She's
you think
telling you
I'm gonna
because
say
she
no,
knows your
I
fit
get
is
it.
probably
Raise her pants
trash.
off.
But you see,
they can
that
see
goes,
your
that
dick.
fit
that
what
goes
you
back.
So if I had to pick,
Take those gray sweatpants
But
off.
that goes back to the mind of a protector. I'm looking to protect my woman.
But if you
so
have
I'm
the
trying
mind-
to put her. Hold on. I'm trying to put her in the best position to go outside and come back home safely.
Yes.
If I think that you wearing this outside is going to attract extra attention, because
Yes.
you might still get attention no matter what you wear. But if I think this is going to attract extra attention to you, I'm gonna say, babe, I don't think you should wear that.
Yeah.
And as my woman, you should be like, I understand.
No, dress how you want to be addressed.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Perfect.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
You don't?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because you're supposed to be you're supposed to be addressed with respect regardless. Period.
Oh,
so even if you,
No, it's not. Nobody said not
but
no
you
respect.
saying so just because somebody dress how you want to be addressed. We talked about this on the phone. So if a lady is on Instagram and she got all naked pictures, right? I'm supposed to address her sexually because she got all naked pictures?
Wholeheartedly.
No.
Nigga, what the fuck else?
All I'm saying is,
So what
you
if,
can't be mad
okay,
at-
so let me ask you this. If you go to a realtor's page and you see all houses, you gonna ask that nigga, do you sell cars? Exactly. You're not, bro.
I
There's
mean-
no way.
You know, also part of the issue is that a lot of these women, they dress a certain way when they're single and they're in the streets. Then when you get in a relationship, they still might have such for the streets garb. And because some of them still live in this lack of reality, delusional like state where they think that they can dress however they want and get the same results or outcome, you as a man need to have a conversation with them to guide them in a better light. But that's your job as a protector. And if she fights you tooth and nail after you explain that position, because honestly, that might be a new position that she hasn't even thought of before because she's soaked within the feminist programming, and it's your job to make it as clear as possible. Now, if she bites back at you for that, calls you insecure, then you already know where she belongs.
She belongs to the streets.
Tell you something. All of that is bullshit. And I
Wow.
say
I
that
agree.
simply because
I agree.
it's bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Let's hear it.
Because as a person, I've literally gone
I
outside
want to go
in
home, man.
short ass shit, cleavage. I've gone outside in sweats. I've gone outside looking bummy as ever, baggy clothes. A man
Bonnet
is still
on.
going to try it. Men have tried me on all occasions, whether I was
Did I
dressed.
not just say that?
But if you're a protector, then your mindset should
You might as
only
well
be
keep me in
to-
the house and lock me in a cage.
at that
Fuck it.
point,
Lock
because
me up.
if what
Wow.
I'm wearing, if you feel like what I'm wearing is determining
But if-
whether a man is gonna try me or not, then you're really not
But
thinking
as
as a
your
man,
man-
who is
Wow.
disrespectful.
Why-
Because if it's disrespect, it's gonna
They-
be disrespect
they
across
disrespect
any
regardless.
board.
Right.
Well, first of all, you're disrespecting me by having your whole body exposed to the world.
Big facts.
Yeah.
How?
I
What do you
disagree.
mean, how? Your body is sacred to me,
I
correct?
feel like that's
My
subjective.
body.
though.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Every man don't feel the same way. I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming
Most
from for
men,
sure. I
right.
understand where you're coming from.
How,
I
who's
dress
the most
however
men?
I
Really?
want.
So you want to do a counting here?
But wait,
Let's do
but
a counting
wait.
here. It's a lot of men in here, right?
Wait.
Huh?
No.
What about your father? Would he care if your mother was out there with the sheer nipples out and ass out? Would he care?
Right, good
Believe it or
question.
not, my dad got a dress made for my mother, and it's like a gold chain dress, and she's worn it with him before, and he wants to show his woman off. My dad.
Y'all keep
likes
going
to
around the
show
answer,
me.
bro. The question, bro. He asked you a simple question. Yes
Sheer
or no.
dress? I feel like
would
my
your
father
feel comfortable? Yes or no? With your mother wearing something?
Now-
revealing
She used the
outside?
example
Like,
to
it's
state
just
that
a
her
yes- it's
father
just a
was
yes or no.
comfortable.
She
Yeah,
did.
yes
She
or
used
no.
the
She was.
example
Okay, she
Yeah.
was
to
comfortable.
state that her father,
Don't
yes,
come
With
on
a,
like
was
that.
with a dress that he brought.
comfortable
We don't know what that. We
with
talking
her
about
mom
a
You want a
wearing what
picture?
she
Yeah.
wore.
Let me see if I find a picture.
That should
If anything,
probably
I'll call
not
her.
revealing as like it's probably a
Yeah,
regular.
let's see it.
Regular dress, golden dress or something. Like we
Let's
talk about.
If we're
a
talking
Sierra
about
dress,
chains,
like,
we're talking about
Chain.
chains.
It's a-
9 times out of 10,
it's
there's gonna be
see-through.
some skin showing. It's
Yeah.
see through. You probably got on
Right.
like a tan.
Maybe a nude underwear.
You know what, man,
shout out to them.
matter of fact, call
I know
your father
exactly
right
what
now.
you're talking
Ask him
about.
that question. Like if you really want the answer, call your father and ask him that question.
I'll call him right now.
Call him like.
Uh-oh.
That would
He
be
would
the-
probably
that would
say
be-
some stupid shit though, like, yeah, of course I want to see her titties outside.
No,
He
no,
probably
no,
said,
that's
I
public.
promise you,
Public.
I promise you, that's probably
No,
gonna
no,
be
put it on
his
the
answer.
same-
Put
public
it on
on
speaker.
speaker.
Put it on
Hold
speaker.
on, hold on.
Okay.
I just feel like
Papa, question. I'm on the podcast, but they're discussing if a woman is outside, right, with like half naked clothes on. But I use the example of you and mommy. So
Come on, no.
I have to give him the background.
Just ask him the simple
Okay,
question.
so if mommy
Put it
was
on speaker.
outside, I'm gonna put you on speaker, okay? Hold on, okay? Okay. So if mommy was outside and she had on like a sheer top or like a sheer dress, how would you feel about it? Do you feel like you have a say in what mommy should be wearing?
Well, it's two things. One, yes, I do have a say
Hmm.
because you're not walking out anyway with me. And
Is that yo? Thank you, Pop.
Shout out to
I want
Pops.
to hear it.
Two, she would be really popular with the guys if she had an outfit like that.
Hello.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Yo, Pops, we respect you.
Look, they
Shout
like
out to
you.
Pops.
That's how you know, Pops. That's how you
Shout
know,
out to Pops.
That's how you know.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Absolutely. But see, notice the difference of how she was characterizing her pops versus when she called him. And you could get the story directly from him. And not only did he break it down and said not only should he have control over it or a say-so over it, but then also that she'd be popular with the guys if he didn't. Shout out to that Pops for making it real for him.
We can't be entitled to think that we can walk out of our house or post things on social media wearing next to nothing and not get unwanted attention from men. For me, dressing inappropriately, posting pictures that are suggestive on social media was actually an expression of me not feeling good about myself, not respecting myself, and not valuing myself. A good man wants a woman with a strong sense of independence, but who acts appropriately and with integrity and character of what's appropriate behavior in a committed relationship. It's just called being a grown-up adult, having some self-respect, and having high emotional intelligence.
Like, I feel
now
like,
you get the I feel.
Right, I feel.
Get back to feelings. Like, we just had a married man just confirmed that he would prefer.
No,
his
they're
wife
not
to-
married, actually.
It's
They're not
my-
together anymore.
I believe, this is just my own opinion, I
Mhm.
believe it's all still preference based because some men want their woman to be sexy and feel liberated in their sexiness. And if she is
Minority,
showing up. What?
It's not.
It's
the
not
mass.
majority.
The mass.
I mean, she
Yeah.
said some. She led with some.
Where are you getting these stats from? Where are you
Right.
getting these stats from? Fellas, put in the comments if y'all would prefer or y'all would care if y'all shorty is half naked outside, man. Because
Mhm.
I don't
I mean,
know,
but that's
man,
what y'all like, right?
I feel like that's a little
I'm gonna be
controlling.
for real.
That's why I like the
I know
fun.
we like.
The idea that they're so confused about this demonstrates the issue with one of the biggest issues with modern women today. They're okay with accepting the benefits. And simply put, they don't understand men and they don't want to understand men. You got 3 men on the panel and the father that's saying something completely different, but still in response you get, but I feel, or using a minority of men in order to justify the total.
If you met me and that's what I was like, don't
Don't
expect
try
me
to
to
change it.
I wouldn't
That's
change
the
it.
only
I would
thing.
just you.
Forget
I
it,
wouldn't
I
even
feel
take.
bad.
I wouldn't take you serious.
That's
But
a
then
fact.
I feel like you're kind of missing out on.
Wow.
No,
You
I'm
could
not.
potentially
On a
be
whole?
missing out on a great woman just
No, I'm
because
not.
all of us.
You ain't that great if you want to be half naked outside.
Yeah.
Like,
I
to
don't
me,
know.
Yeah.
I
Like, you know what I'm
disagree. That's scary.
Why
That's
is
a
that
scary
scary?
thought.
Why is that scary? You
Because-
won't want me outside with a speedo like half naked. Like you won't want me
If you
outside.
Gray
outside,
sweats,
I mean,
gray
you know,
sweats.
I don't
Gray
care.
sweats is
Gray
a-
sweats don't mean nothing to me.
Mhm.
What?
Okay.
My man go
We know you
outside
got
in
a
gray
dick under
sweats
there. Like,
all the
okay.
time. What that mean?
Well, that's the difference between men and women.
Thank you.
Men care about what their woman wearing, and women may not care what men are
As long as
wearing.
you don't look
According
like
to
a
y'all.
bum and homeless.
What is there for a woman to care about? Like gray
Okay,
sweats
cool.
is so minuscule.
Oh, okay,
like,
okay, cool. Yeah, and you having your ass out, it's not.
I mean,
I mean, it's
I guess. My
we
my
are-
point
I ain't
still
never heard a
stands.
complaint though.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
ain't
My
never heard
point
a
still
complaint. And I
stands.
always say you look good as hell.
Okay, cool.
If he wants to have a say and that's what their relationship is set up as, fine.
Y'all don't even want y'all man with his shirt off on IG taking pictures.
I don't
like,
know
you what
about
I'm saying?
that
Like,
because
Mine is on
oil-
the gram
oiled up,
gyrated.
like
so.
oiled up, like, you know what I'm
Mine
saying?
is on
Like-
the gram gyrated, so we're not talking about me.
listen, if you
Your
get
man,
with an
Magic Mike.
attractive person, if you're with an attractive person, there's nothing that you can do to stop anybody
No.
from trying to talk to them, whether they got their shirt off,
Right.
whether they in half naked clothes or not.
You got a boyfriend?
So, do I have a boyfriend?
Yeah, you got a boyfriend?
Yes.
And he let you go outside whatever you want? Okay, shout out to him,
Yeah,
man.
but also he knows how I dress. He knows my style. So he's not going to expect for me to do nothing crazy just off the simple fact that I don't dress like that. But if
Okay.
it was a different woman, I'm pretty
So
sure.
how can you know how he would react if you did
Because
with-
we've had discussions about his previous relationships and I know the type of girls that he's dated before
Okay.
and they decided that they want to dress differently or whatever the case may be.
and
And he
just
was
okay
he
with
was
it?
cool with it. Like
if you call
he
him right
felt
now,
secure with his lady.
Right.
if you call him right now, he gonna say, yeah, you could wear any shirt and have the titties like that.
Titties out though, like
I'm just
I mean,
saying.
it's what you want. That's what you want to do,
That's
right?
what make you feel
It's your
sexy
decision.
and liberated,
Liberated,
right?
right?
if
Yeah.
I
And he
decided
gonna be
to
okay with
wear a
that.
sheer dress because my birthday coming up too. Period. If I decided I wanted to wear a sheer dress for my birthday, and I had on pasties that covered my nipples, but my titties were technically out.
Yeah, because
they're
still technically
technically out.
But if you want to do whatever you want to do, if you wanted to show titties, nipples, and all that, that's your choice.
Yeah, so
That's
if he
all I'm
got with
saying,
me
yeah.
knowing that I wanted to show titties and nipples, then he's not saying shit about what I have to wear.
It's on the line of damn near impossible to get an honest response out of these women. She's utilizing an idea which has nothing to do with the argument. The idea around, well, if he met me as dressing like this, and why would he expect me to change later on? Meanwhile, the question was, would your boyfriend right now allow you to go outside in a sheer dress on? Be very keen on debate tactics like this. She's essentially answering a straw man, a question that they didn't pose or ask.
What is compromising about?
How? If I mentioned,
Is it being
Just 'cause you said the
cooperative
word,
kind of
doesn't mean-
almost the same
about
as like compromising in a
No,
relationship?
because you know what would have been a great answer from y'all? If when we gave the example, you could have been like, you know what? I can take what he said into consideration. Y'all was just like, nah, he can't say nothing.
Right.
Y'all didn't even think. Y'all didn't even try to compromise and be like, you know what? Like
I
Keem
can see
gave
where
a
you're
great
coming
example.
from.
You could have like, you know what, babe? I understand where you're coming from. You never led me astray before. I understand where you come from. You know what? I'm gonna wear something else. Y'all just went straight to nope. And
You don't got no power over me.
I mean,
I've
I've never gone that route, so I stand on that. No, he cannot tell me what to wear.
Yeah, I stand on that too. I mean,
it's wrong.
Next
Strong.
question.
Stand wrong and strong.
Only here at the Daily Wrap-Up.
Stand wrong and strong. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this conversation right here. Shout out to the Daily Wrap-Up crew. I'll leave a link to their channel down in the description box down below so you guys can follow the uploads as well as the podcast content. And I'll end off this conversation by saying this. If you dress like a judge, people will treat you like a judge. If you dress like a firefighter, people will treat you like a firefighter. If you dress like name the certain type of image or occupation in order to get a intended result that you want. If you dress like a hoe, you will get treated like a hoe. I'd argue that most women don't want to be treated like a hoe, so why dress like one? But the way that you choose to dress is your prerogative, and whether or not you choose to compromise or be cooperative with your dude regarding your garb is your prerogative. But you must understand that marriage is a traditional concept. So you want a traditional concept, right? At the same time, your modern ass doesn't want to cooperate to traditional garb or traditional dress. You want to do this modern Sierra shit.
You prefer women to dress modest or slutty?
All right, here we go. If I want to take her back to the dormitory,
right,
then I'm gonna go up, be like, "You're dressed nice and slutty.
Yeah.
You trying to act slutty tonight? You dressed modest," and I'll be like, "Yo, how you been?" I'm like, "Maybe I'll take you on a date." Slutty, I take her home for the night. Modest, I'll take her out on a date.
So you want all of the benefits of being modern as well as all of the benefits of being traditional. Keep on living that way. You see how the two conflict, and you see why men are making rational decisions, taking a look at the women in the marketplace and just sizing all up for butt. Shout out to all my G's out there. Continue to stand on business. Continue to ensure that you create and maintain standards for the woman of your choosing. You decide marriage. You decide relationship. And never forget it. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.